Introduction to Operation Overlord. Operation Overlord, commonly known as D-Day, took place on June 6, 1944, and was one of the most pivotal operations of World War II. This military endeavor aimed at liberating Nazi-occupied France and creating a Western front against German forces, which would alleviate pressure on the Soviet Union and lead to the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. Led by Supreme Commander General Dwight D. Eisenhower, it became the largest amphibious invasion in history and marked a decisive turning point in the war. Background and strategic planning. By 1943, the Allies had achieved significant victories in North Africa and Italy, but a direct assault on mainland Europe was deemed essential to defeat Nazi Germany. Planning for Operation Overlord began in earnest in the same year, requiring meticulous coordination among British, American, Canadian, and other Allied forces. The invasion plan emphasized a surprise landing on the coast of Normandy, rather than the more fortified regions like Pas-de-Calais, where the Germans anticipated an attack. The complexity of the operation demanded an unprecedented level of secrecy and coordination across land, sea, and air forces. The Allies also launched deception operations, known collectively as Operation Bodyguard, to mislead the Germans about the invasion location. False information, dummy equipment, and double agents were employed to reinforce the illusion that the Allies would land further north, near Calais. The amphibious invasion, June 6, 1944. The Normandy landings involved 5 main beachheads, each designated with code names: Utah and Omaha for the Americans, and Gold, Juno, and Sword for the British and Canadian forces. The operation was carried out in 2 phases: an initial airborne assault followed by amphibious landings. Airborne troops from the American 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions and the British 6th Airborne Division parachuted behind enemy lines during the night to disrupt German reinforcements and secure critical objectives, including bridges and roads. Early on June 6th, over 156,000 troops began landing on the beaches. Facing formidable German defenses and often unfavorable weather, they encountered significant resistance, particularly on Omaha Beach, where American forces sustained heavy casualties due to strong fortifications, rough seas, and intense gunfire. Despite the heavy losses, the Allied forces pushed inland by the end of the day, establishing a precarious foothold in Normandy. Securing Normandy and overcoming obstacles. Once ashore, the Allies faced the formidable challenge of securing their positions and linking up the separate beachheads. They encountered the bocage, hedgerow, countryside, which provided defensive advantages to the Germans, enabling them to delay the Allied advance. Furthermore, German forces, led by Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, were quick to respond with reinforcements and fierce counterattacks. Allied forces also grappled with logistical challenges, managing limited resources and maneuvering tanks and artillery through the dense terrain. In the weeks that followed, the Allies steadily expanded their positions in Normandy, engaging in intense battles in towns like Caen and Saint-Lô. The capture of these locations allowed the Allies to bring more reinforcements and supplies, paving the way for a major breakout operation known as Operation Cobra in late July. This offensive created a path for Allied forces to surge forward, eventually leading to the liberation of Paris on August 25, 1944. Impact and consequences of D-Day Operation Overlord proved decisive in shifting the balance of power in Europe. The establishment of the Western Front forced Germany into a 2-front war, dividing its resources and weakening its defenses. Moreover, the liberation of France helped bolster morale among the occupied nations and provided a much-needed supply route for the Allies. With Western Europe gradually being freed from Nazi control, the Allied forces could focus on advancing towards Germany itself. The success of D-Day and the broader Normandy campaign accelerated the downfall of Nazi Germany. By early 1945, the Allies had crossed into Germany, eventually linking up with Soviet forces advancing from the east, leading to Germany's unconditional surrender on May 7, 1945. Conclusion: Operation Overlord was a monumental achievement in military history, symbolizing the determination and resilience of the Allied forces. The strategic planning, bravery of the troops, and coordination of land, sea, and air forces made the Normandy invasion one of the most remarkable operations of World War II. Beyond the tactical victory, D-Day was also symbolic. It marked the beginning of the end for the Nazi regime and set the stage for the liberation of Europe. The heroism displayed on the beaches of Normandy continues to be remembered as a testament to the sacrifices made in the pursuit of freedom and justice.